Hi friends, in this video I'll be showing you how to edit videos in CapCut. So once you open the program, you'll be greeted by this home screen. The first step is to click on Create Project at the top, and this should open up the main editing window. In the main editing window at the top half, you have three panels. You have your media pool and like your uh effects, transitions, adjustments. In the middle, you have your viewer, your player. And at the right, you have your inspector for properties and for settings. So first up, let's start by importing some of our videos. Scroll down. So I have a few videos here that I want to work with. All right. Once we've imported them, they'll show up here. We can even move on over to the audio tab. The recent updates of CapCut have gives you the option to choose from readily available music, but I have my own that I'd like to import. Copy. There we go. Now we have some video. We have an audio file ready to go. So we can start by dragging these clips from our media pool into our timeline, which is here at the bottom. So drag them down like so. That took a while. And there. So you have the zoom bar over here at the top right. You can use this to change the level of zoom. Alternatively, you can also just hold control and scroll on your mouse wheel to change how zoomed in on the timeline we are. Okay, I'm satisfied with the order of the clips. Let's watch through them real quick. Okay, okay. So for first edit I'd like to make is to cut them down so they're a little bit shorter. For example, here, I'd say about here is good, around 5 seconds into the video. To split up a video into segments, simply press Ctrl B or click on this button right here, the split button, and we can press delete. And it'll automatically adjust the timeline to fill in the empty gaps. So for this one, I want to start here in the middle. So I'll move the playhead towards where I want to start. Press Ctrl B. Move the playhead again towards where I want to end. Press Ctrl B. Then I'm holding Control to select these clips and pressing delete. And the last clip, about there. So we've added our clips into our timeline, but now let's add some transitions. Simply click on this transition tab at the top, and we have a few to select from. In recent updates, those with a diamond icon in their top left require a subscription to use. But for this video, we'll be sticking to the built-in free ones. So let's take a look at what mix looks like. I think mix is probably, yeah, mix probably fits the vibe of the video we're going for the most. So I'll go ahead and drag them over. That's one, and that's two. Oh, create duplicate frames for transition. So what this means is this video is too long for the transition right now. So it has to duplicate some of the frames at the start. There. We can see the camera doesn't start moving immediately, the drone. That's because a few frames were duplicated to compensate. So what we can do is, let's remove the transition. Let's move it to the right by a little bit. Move this to the right. So we adjusted the portion of the video that's playing, right? So we have our full clip, imagine. We moved the portion that we want to play a little bit over to the right. So that gives us an overlap that the transition can use. So let's take a look at it now. There's no more pause during the transition before the video starts moving again. Go straight into it. Now I think we can add our audio. So simply go into the audio tab, drag and drop it into our timeline, and let's give it a listen. So far so good, but it's a little loud. I want this to be a little softer. So when you mouse over an audio clip, you'll see this small line up here. We can click that and drag it down to adjust the volume levels, right? How about now? There we go. Looks good. You'll notice it also shows up here at the top right in the inspector window. You have your volume, fade in, and fade out. Let's also add a little bit of fade in. Oops, that was 20. I wanted 2 seconds. So what does 2 seconds sound like? I think 2 seconds is just about right. Got it on the first try. And let's say we wanna fade the video in along with our music. Right now, it kind of just pops in. But we can do so by going over to effects, wait for it to load. We have fade in. We can drag it over our clip. And now we have a fade in effect loaded. There we go. We can even adjust the speed a little bit. Let's say we want it a little slower. There we go. And now let's also trim down our audio clip a little. So we'll move the playhead. I'll move it a little bit further from where the video ends, since I do plan on fading the video out a little bit. Hit delete on the unwanted portion, and let's add a fade out. I'll make the fade out a bit longer than our fade in. Okay. I'll extend the clip a little, the audio a little. Yeah, I think that's pretty alright. Let's see if we can find a fade out effect. Fade out. Drag and drop it over our last clip. Now I want this to be a really long fade out, so I guess I should decrease the speed actually. No? Let's start the fade out about here then. Reduce the speed a little, I guess. Maybe even more. Extend the clip. Where'd it go? Fade out. Actually ended up making 2 fade out. Let's delete this one fade out effect. Let's change the speed of this one. 5. Oh, okay. Anyway, that looks about right. If you end up can't see the effects, all you have to do is click on the smaller bar at the top of the name of the clip. This is the special effects button. And it should show the effects you've added to your clip. How about the fade in? Yep, I'd say that looks pretty good. I'm sure the random blurring is just a preview artifact right now because it's in full resolution. But I'm sure once we export this video, once we render it as full, it should disappear. A nice convenience they have in CapCut is the ability to quickly change the thumbnail, or here it's called the cover of the video. I don't really have uh, a particular thumbnail I'd like in mind, but I'll just pick a random point on the video and then click edit cover. Click on save because I don't really want to use the AI tools. And there. So now that should be the thumbnail for our video. Once we're done moving our clips to our timeline, adding audio, adding transitions, adding any effects we might want, all we have to do is click on the export tab here at the top right. Wow, so they also ended up gating using your own audio. That kind of sucks, but we have one free use, so it's not the end of the world. Let's click on try for free. Let's double check the settings. Resolution is good, codec is good, format, frame rate. Yeah, 30 FPS should be more than enough. Let's change the destination folder to our desktop. So here we can change the directory, the file directory, as well as the name. Sentimental Mountains. Let's name this. Okay, that looks good. And let's click on export. Now all we have to do is give it a few seconds and done. So CapCut also has features for automatically uploading stuff to your TikTok or YouTube account if you'd like to use that. But I tend to keep my uploading processes separate just for more control. So let's take a look at our desktop, see if we can find it. And it saves it in a folder, which is nice, along with the thumbnail. So that's how to quickly edit videos, quickly edit and make your own videos in CapCut. I hope I was able to teach you something new, and thank you for watching.